Welcome back to video number 2. In this video, we're going to be touching on Tyler Perry and something else that's going on with Tyler Perry. He's always trying to help these two. It's such a waste, but let's just jump in and cover it. Let's go. First story, here we go. Lilibet's godfather, because kids, let's merch those children. Her godfather, Tyler Perry, is getting an award. So here's what happened. In December, they're announcing this now, it's freaking July. In December, he's getting an award called the Paley Award. Now we know there's been multiple Oscars and Emmys and after parties, and Harry and Meghan haven't been invited to anything. But of course, they're going to be invited to this because they're friends with Tyler Perry. So the honors gala is taking place in Beverly Hills on December 4th, and there he's going to be presented with what is being touted as the organization's most esteemed award for his contributions to the media industry. Now they're having chairs. They're calling them chairs of the Paley Center. So Harry and Meghan are going to be sitting up there with, Gayle King, Whoopi Goldberg. Anybody shocked by that? Kerry Washington, Ariel Emanuel, who owns WME. Melody Hobson, who, if you forgot, is the chairwoman of Starbucks. She's the one who arranged with Meghan for those free Starbucks gift certificates. I think it's like $25 gift certificates. Ted Sarandos, the man who's the head of Netflix, with his wife, Nicole Avant. John Feltheimer, who happens to be the CEO of Canadian Independent Film Entertainment Studio, the biggest one there is. I think you guys get the picture. One hand washes the other, and it's the same people over and over and over again. Personally, I feel like this whole thing was set up by WME. There's a lot of people there being represented by WME, and they're just trying to get some positive PR for the Sussexes, and everybody's chipping in. These articles are so sappy. It says, the bond between the Sussexes and Tyler Perry, where they etched their names on his heart, is because Perry offered Meghan support and guidance whenever she needed it. And then he understood that he could only imagine what it was like. And then they called him, reached out to Tyler Perry, and he extended his LA residence and gave them a free house and free security, even though he'd never met them before. It provided them tranquility, a place where they could avoid the spotlight. Except, of course, we know now through the Freedom of Information Act that the paparazzi found them because Meghan told them where they were. Now, this is where my personal opinions about Tyler Perry come in. I don't know Tyler Perry, never heard of Tyler Perry. I've never seen any of his movies. He's just, he's not one of the stars that I follow. However, I really got to know him when Tyler Perry went on the Netflix show and basically trashed the royal family. He's never met them. He knows nothing about them. But no, he went on Netflix and said some really nasty things. They asked him to be Lilibet's godfather. And he's like, you know what? If we have to go over there, and he looked like, ill, waving his hands around. If we have to go over there, then I'm not going. From that point on, I was done with Tyler Perry. I mean, not that it mattered. I knew nothing about the man. But he made a general decision and switched his brain a certain way without ever meeting the royal family. And now, knowing how much lies Meghan told, he's unwilling to walk back his comments or, say anything about, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So moving on and continuing on, I believe that this was set up because Meghan and Harry are literally on the heels of the ESPY Awards and the whole debacle. The United States is pretty much done with them. The UK is absolutely done with them. The election is coming up. Things are just not going well for them. And so I think they said, you know what, we're going to involve Harry and Meghan in this. And here's the other thing. If this award is in December, why are you announcing it now in July? This is nothing but a PR push piece to try to get some favorable, PR. And it's not fooling anybody. Also, just as an FYI, interestingly enough, these articles are claiming that there were only 30 people at Lily's baptism and nobody from the royal family. Remember, previously they were claiming that Diana's sisters flew in. I always said I didn't believe it. Well, now they're claiming I was correct. So I believe, honestly, that this is a big PR push. As I just said, the United States and the UK have completely turned against them. And that's going to segue into our next story, because 4 out of 10 Americans think that Harry was basically a numpty for taking that Pat Tillman award. That petition that I showed you guys several times finally got up to more than 76,000 signatures. They wanted the decision reversed. And now, believe it or not, they're saying that they want Harry to give the trophy back. He was so wrong to take that trophy, especially after the mother of the man that it was for, who was killed, didn't want him to get that award. Now, besides the poll that says that 38%, that's a lot, saying it was wrong for Harry to be given the award, Meghan's approval rating in the United States is still lower than Prince William and Princess Catherine. We know that Venus Williams, I've already covered that before, she refused to get up, and ESPN defended its decision by saying that it was really because he set up the Invictus game. But as I've told you guys before, we know that it wasn't just Harry. It was Harry, William, Catherine, and the Ministry of Defense in the UK who did it. But it's like they're trying to rewrite history, and it's not going over very well. And if this was for the Invictus Games Foundation, then somebody from the Invictus Games should have been there to pick up the award. Don't forget about the 2 upper-level Invictus people not that long ago who questioned the finances and the fact that a lot of money was being spent. But remember, Harry and Meghan are worth millions upon millions upon millions, and yet it's the Invictus Games who pay for their flights, their hotel, their security, her clothes, her jewelry. They're using it like a cash cow. And as I've told you guys before, when it comes to publicity, any publicity, whether it be good or whether it be bad, is good publicity for them. They could literally not care. The truth of the matter is, Harry and Meghan are completely tone deaf to these attacks because they are completely immersed in their own narrative. It is true. They are surrounded by yes men. They only hear what they want to hear, and then when things go wrong, they blame it on other people. All of this quote unquote good PR, all of these collecting awards for their mantle, this is absolutely nothing but Harry and Meghan trying to buy the public respect. This is, through their networking. The problem is that's not how you get the respect. For Harry and Meghan, this is a game. This is nothing but a game. They're networking and they're creating these opportunities to get trophies. And they think, again, because they're so tone deaf, that it's working. They honestly don't realize how much people despise them. Because while Meghan's going on about it's just being authentic, the two of them are the most least authentic. No, I'm going to take that back. She's inauthentic. He's a jerk. And apparently has always been a jerk. And the palace had been working for years to cover it up. They're probably so relieved that they don't have to anymore. So now let's put it all together. Tyler Perry is trying to help Harry and Meghan, and that's why they're in this with Gayle King, Kerry Washington. It's the same group of people. He's still trying to help them, although I haven't been able to figure out why. All right, you guys, you know what to do. Follow me over to video number 3. The description or the link is in the description box, or you can go to my channel to move on to the next video. Let's go.